Hey guys, back with another video. I'm going to go over a little bit of time. My mentor used to always say that time can't be managed. You can manage activities, right? I hear people all the time saying, well, I don't have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. So I just did some quick math. I've done a video like this before, but not as in depth. I want to stack this time idea on top of some other ideas that I really think would help you tremendously with an understanding of what I believe is going on, right? So when you're unaware and you never write nothing down and you're just, everything's up here and you're just going through your day in a routine that's your habitual habit, you don't understand. You have no awareness of actual time. I mean, you get up, you go to work or you're going to school or whatever it is that you have going on in your life, but you don't really understand how much time is available for you to put activities into that time that you can manage, right? Now, I believe personally, self-help, whatever you want to call it, personal development is crucial, right? You have to study to gain an understanding to change the beliefs and the awareness that you have at this very moment, right? So I did some pretty simple math, and what I would ask for you to do is for you to put your own numbers in. If you have an extremely long commute to work or a long commute to school, right? I didn't factor any of that in. So your number is going to be different than the number I'm giving you. I just went off of a bare, basic, simple math, right? There's 8,760 hours in a year. Now, why is that significant? Well, I did a video a while back on the law of 100. Now, the law of 100 clearly states if you work on one discipline for 18 minutes a day for 365 days, you will be in the top 5% in the world in that one discipline. I really want you to write that down, and after we go through this, really look at 18 minutes a day on one discipline for 365 days moves you into the top 5% in that one discipline in the world, right? So then you have some perspective if you write that down when I go over these numbers of how much time you have to put activities in that you can manage. So if you sleep 8 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? You're gonna sleep for 2,920 hours a year. In the average, everyone's going to be different here, but the average time I could find for someone with a job is roughly 2,000 hours a year, right? So you're sleeping for 2,920 hours a year and you're working for 2,000, right? Some of you are going to obviously, let's get through this and then you punch your own numbers in. That number combined is 4,920 hours in a year, right? We have 8,760 hours in a year. So we minus 4,920 minus 8,760 comes out to 3,840 hours in the year that you could write left over. Obviously, you need to factor in how many times a day do you eat, right? If you have a long commute or whatever, right? You put in your own numbers so that you have an accurate number to look at, right? I don't understand when someone tells me they don't have any time to work on themselves or start something extra to help them change their financials or change their relationship or change their physique or their mindset or anything that they're trying to change. I ask for an hour a day. That's only 365 hours a year. And if you look at the law of 100 that we wrote down, you're dominating that, right? Now you're into the top 3% just by doing that alone, right? But if you don't systematically make a schedule for that hour, and sometimes this is all people need to do, is just write down some point during the day. I prefer you do it in the morning, but I understand if you don't, you can do it whenever, an hour, right? There's really no competition. Nobody's willing to do that. I mean, let's just say out of the 3,840 hours that are left in the year. Let's take 1,000 off of that. You got kids, you got sporting events, you got commuting, let's just take 1,000 off that. That's 2,840 hours. That is extremely super conservative. Most people have more than that. To work on something that will change your life, right? What I really want you guys to start understanding is everything you buy, you unconsciously relate to how much money you make an hour. That's what determines if you think something is expensive or not expensive. You're going to work for, say, 8 hours a day. The problem is, after that 8 hours, there's no more money coming, right? This is why I've emphasized starting a YouTube channel or creating a book. Creating something that helps someone else that you can package up to help someone, and you will be compensated for that. And you can earn income off of that 24/7, 365 days a year. We have to change our mindset about money and time. We are trapped in this time thing. I'm telling you, once you can get out of this, you're just building an awareness that you have massive amounts of time to do whatever it is you want to do is a great place to start, right? If you write all of that information down and you look at it and you ponder on it and you start to understand, I have ample amount of time to become whatever I want to become. And it doesn't affect anything else in my life. So I really hope you guys really do this exercise, really look at these hours and this time that is available to you to change your life, right? Especially when you're changing your beliefs, it takes some time, right? We've gone over habits and how we change habits, right? It's a repetition over and over and over and over and over, right? Whether it's an affirmation or it's a habit, we have to start disconnecting from our limited awareness to expanding our awareness. And what can we learn if the law of 100 states that if I do one discipline for 18 minutes a day for 365 days, I'm in the top 5% in the world in that one discipline. Well, if I do an hour, or if I could do 2 hours a day, right? I mean, I need you to have the aha moment. You have to disconnect from instant gratification. You're not going to have instant gratification when you're changing your life. It's delayed gratification. You're sowing seeds. You're sowing that seed. There's a season for sowing and there's a season for reaping. You can't do both in the same season. You have to keep sowing that seed as long as it takes until you are ready to be blessed with the harvest. Right? Tomorrow's going to come regardless. So why not just study every day? Make it a habit. Pretty soon, a year or 2 or 3's gone by and your whole life's changed. Health, wealth, love, and happiness, all of it. All because you made one committed decision to do something for 1 hour a day. And then as you start going on this journey, you can start adding time to that on the weekends, or you get up an hour early and then you stay up an hour late, or whatever, whenever you can fit these activities in, right? But it all starts with just writing down. I need to have X amount of time a day for this to mathematically work out, to give me the confidence that I need to keep doing this thing. So I hope that was helpful. I can't emphasize enough going over these numbers over and over and over and over and over again, and looking at them and thinking about them. How much time are you not doing anything productive, right? This is why making that committed decision is so important, because once you make that committed decision, everything starts to change. You start to become the person you need to become to attract the things that you need to attract for you to be who you really want to be. Mentors or partners or relationships, opportunities, right? But if you're not prepared for an opportunity, you're not going to take action on it. It is way better to be prepared for an opportunity and never get it than it is to get an opportunity and not be prepared to take action on it. So please take some time this week, really look at these numbers and go over them. And I hope you have the aha moment that, wow, I have a way more time than I thought I did, right? So please like and subscribe. Please ask questions. If there's anything else I can do, anything else you want to think about or know about. If you have questions, just ask them, right? I mean, let's just have a dialogue. Super simple. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.